Hello once again, everyone. We're at the Keepin It Country Farm in Waynesville, just outside of Waynesville. That's north of Lebanon, and we're visiting with Richard Lynch. The Keepin It Country Farm, Richard, has been a pretty good success, a send-off for your music, so to speak, and you've been able to pay into the community, pay forward, pay back, however you want to look at that. You've been on the road. Tell us a little bit about what you've done in the past. I understand that you've cut a new album and a lot of good music coming our way. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on.
Well, first of all, thank you, Gary, for visiting with me once again. It's always a pleasure to be with you, sir. Yeah, but our new album is called Mending Fences, and, what an appropriate title. Mending Fences, of course, is a traditional country album that I just did. But if you think about that statement, mending fences, it could be realistically right here stretching wire or building fences, or mending fences could be a relationship, or mending fences could be, I don't know, a political.
Something that our country needs about now.
Absolutely. So we run across a song called Mending Fences, and we thought, wow, what an incredible song and what a potentially incredible message to spread. So we have 12 brand new songs, all traditional songs on there, and we titled it Mending Fences. I was lucky enough to have two of my songs make it on the album that I wrote. So I'm really proud about that. And, we've got this great facility, and 3 or 4 times a year we bring our music to the Waynesville and Lebanon area. And we got a special guest coming up June the 10th. A well-known Ohio-based band. Everybody's familiar with a group called McGuffey Lane. So we're really excited about having them here at the farm on June the 10th. And, they bring such an amazing amount of, longevity, great traditional music, and people connect with them. So we're happy that we've got them here on board with us here at the farm, and we can introduce our music to their fans, and they can introduce theirs to ours. What a great way to have a farm thing and have a great time here at the farm doing it.
Richard, I was going to say this sort of dates me, but I guess it dates them too. It dates all of us. The fact that I remember back in my early years, I think I was in college at the time, but traveling down to Columbus and on High Street, listening to this group known as McGuffey Lane. I remember them because of their name, and then I kept going back because of their music, and they're still going strong.
Absolutely. A good bunch of guys. I was just telling you earlier off air that we went to see them in Columbus a couple of years ago. And they were a national act for a while, but really they became regional. By that I mean Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. So they're our claim to fame right here in our Ohio area. And a bunch of good boys that we look forward to working with. And, maybe this will be a situation where one Ohio band can be playing with another Ohio band and just have a good evening,
Now, dates and time?
We're going to be playing June the 10th, and the music will start at 7 o'clock. The doors will open at 6 o'clock. And for the folks who've been here, they know what to expect. But for the folks that haven't, if you love country music and you love the country way of life, you're going to enjoy yourself. The barn is beautiful. It sits out here on the farm with a hayfield around it and horses and a pond. It'll be a lot of fun.
And you got a nice wraparound porch for a lot of folks outside, and we're going to have a lot of good weather.
Absolutely. People said, "Wow, we love those rocking chairs and so forth out there on the porch and up against the pond. It kind of reminds me of the Cracker Barrel." I'm like, if you're happy, I'm happy.
Okay. Now, you're going to be a little bit busy before the time that McGuffey Lane comes here. You're going to be down south, aren't you?
Yeah, we are doing that week. As a matter of fact, we're at the Fan Fair in Nashville, Tennessee. We have a booth there with the promotions of Richard Lynch Band there in Nashville. Currently, our music's being played in 32 countries right now, and we're really happy about that. And, it's great to be in Nashville and be associated with all those folks that's been my heroes for all these years, and a lot of the newcomers, too. And it's been a long time. We've been paying our dues for many, many years, but we're kind of in a situation now, or opportunities where we're able to go to Nashville, we're able to go in Texas, we're able to play in different places around the country. But what's really cool of all, the most coolest of all, is to be able to come home and bring our music right here to the farm and share it with all these fans that love our music. It's pretty amazing.
Now, you kept your country music pretty traditional over the years, and you had to make a decision, I suppose, early on to do that. What played in your mind that was the way you wanted to go?
Well, I'm a second generation. By that I mean my dad was a great singer, entertainer, and I always grew up in that old farmhouse. Every morning I listened to Merle Haggard or Conway Twitty or George Jones, and I was always influenced by that great music. And I seen, here in the last 15 years or so, that there was such a need for the traditional folks to have new country music that respects and reflects that traditional sound. So I've always played traditional music, but I've realized here recently that more now than ever, we need to keep this traditional sound alive and well. And so every album I record and everything that I am associated with is towards the traditional sound. And country music in itself is a diverse music. You got honky-tonkin', foot-stomping, you got western swing, you got ballads that come from the heart. So the fact that I've kept it traditional, it's a wide, diverse country music, but it's brand new music that has that familiar sound that people have grown accustomed to and frankly, they've been missing the last several years.
When we first came here today, Richard drove up on his little buggy out there, and you've got a farm to operate. How do you do everything?
Well, it's a good thing we have friends, and it's a good thing we have brothers and neighbors. We try to manage a lot. I have a hay operation, and we got some horses and donkeys, and my wife, she has another business that she runs besides the farm, and she helps me immensely here on the farm. But we are very fortunate. Our schedule is becoming busier and busier and busier, so it's getting harder and harder to do all the responsibilities of the farm. But as we speak, so far we've been able to maintain all the responsibilities. And so now, if you guys get bored at hay season, come down and see us. We can always use an extra hand or two.
Well, now, I used to like to do that. If folks would like to find out and follow what you're doing as far as your entertainment, I'm sure you've got a website.
Yes, just go to richardlynchband.com. And you can see all the various websites there, all the places we're playing, all the music we're playing, all the merchandise. And, if you want to learn a bit more about us, we have a pretty cool, amazing foundation that we started called the Love Tattoo Foundation that's geared to help our men and women of the military. So if you can see all that information that's on the website there. And it's pretty entertaining, and we always love to hear from the folks and, get to know these folks. Nothing better for me than be able to shake their hand and hug their neck every now and then.
Very good. From the Keepin It Country Farm, Richard Lynch, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Gary. We'll see you again.
And stay with us, back with more right after this.